God bless you. It is Kimberly here from Free Dance Ministry Resources. This coming Thursday, March the 14th, I am going to be doing a webinar entitled How to Start a Dance School. Now, CCD has an on-demand course entitled Starting a Dance Ministry Within Your Church, but this particular webinar is specifically designed for those that are called to start a dance school, particularly a Christian-based dance school. Now, if you believe that God has called you, or you have the desire, and we're going to talk about the difference between being called and having a desire, but you believe that God is calling you to start a non-Christian dance school, listen, this webinar can still help you. However, since I've started a Christian-based dance school, that's the area and that's the perspective that I have. Now, I have worked at a non-Christian dance school, so I can share, about that. But this one is for those that have been mandated by the Lord. I can say that, mandated by the Lord to start a Christian-based dance school. Now, we're going to be talking about the entrepreneur, because in order to, start this, you have to see it as a business, because it is. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with being a Christian businesses. I mean, come on, God needs Christians in the marketplace. He needs those of us that are going to establish his kingdom in the mountain, and that's what's the education mountain. I'm so used to saying the education mountain because of my husband, but in the business/finance, that's economic mountain, right? He needs Christian businesses. So listen, we're going to be talking about what it means to be an entrepreneur and the difference between having a desire and being called to do it. Because listen, if it's only based off of your desire, once your feelings change, that business and that plan is out the door, right? But we're going to be talking about being fortified and being grounded in what God has called you to do. Because listen, Christ Center was not my first business. And it wasn't my last business. I've had other businesses. Because I am an entrepreneur. I've had other businesses. So, Christ Center was my call to do, right? I am a steward over that. And we're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about, business planning. I love business planning. I know some people find it tedious, but listen, it helps you to think through your year and to be logical and to be strategic with your goals and with your plans. Amen. You share that with your team. You share that with your staff. We're going to be talking about building a team. We're going to be talking about business insurance, which you need. We're going to be talking about establishing your EIN, your bank account, getting all of that up and running for your dance school. We're also going to be talking about a little bit about resources, okay? Because I getting into the particular details of levels of incorporation, that's something that you're going to want to research on your own to find out, what's the best level or type of incorporation for your dance school. For me, it was a nonprofit. It was a C corporation at first, but then I got the nonprofit status and blah, 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 blah. We're going to be talking about that. Talking about resources for you, because each state has its own different, laws in place for businesses. And it's important that as you start your Christian dance school that you know those, or know who to ask. We're going to be talking about your being in a position of humility. Listen, that's so important, because as you're starting off, all because you don't know doesn't mean you can't start. You just have to know who to ask and where to get the information from. So listen, this Thursday, the information on the webinar, the registration form is going to be in the description comments. If you're watching this on Facebook, it's going to be in the post itself. All right. There is a fee for the course, for the webinar. It's not very much money at all. So listen, even if you cannot make the webinar, but want to be, want the information, then register. You'll be able to watch it during the replay. All right. If you're asking, what platform are we going to be using it on? We're going to be doing Zoom. I really want to have an engaging conversation with you. We can also post this on Facebook. We can take it from Zoom and put it on YouTube so that those of you that are watching the replay you'll be able to just access the video. All right. Now, if you're like, oh my gosh, it's Zoom, I don't want to be on video, you won't be on video. I'll be the only one on video. But the audio will come on so that you guys can ask questions. You can talk out your questions. If you want to come up on video, you can. But listen, you do not have to. All right. So we're going to be using Zoom so we can have a more engaging conversation, because I really want to be a resource and a help. And listen, anything that I cannot answer, or if I cannot answer it and I can't guide you to where to get the answer from, then I'm going to reconnect with you once I have it. All right. Because I believe it's so important that we establish Christian businesses. And since my area is Christian dance schools, that's the area that I'm going to be sharing from. All right, guys. So listen, this Thursday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. I know a lot of you guys are in other states or in other countries, so just be mindful of the time. All right. So I hope to see everyone or hear everyone on the upcoming webinar. God bless you.